Hey guys, welcome back to No Catchy Name. It's me, Ella. Today is, what is today? I don't even know. Today's Saturday, the, I think 18th of November? 17th? Somewhere around there. I don't know, whatever Saturday is. And today I wanted to come back and do another Christmas, nostalgic Christmas 2023 video. Can't remember my own channel. Look, hashtag. I don't know. Anyways, do you like my headband? Isn't it cute? Alright, so this is a hint to what my nostalgic memories is about this episode, and it is Christmas lights. One of my most favorite things about Christmas is Christmas lights. I love to have them all over my house, colorful ones. There's nothing wrong with people who like just the white ones, but I have always been and will always be a multi-color Christmas light person. Absolutely love this headband. I'll talk about it in just a minute. But my memories, some of my earliest Christmas memories, there's two of them that's really like prominent in my brain. One is I remember as a little girl, I don't even know how old I was just, memories. I remember I used to always, when my mom would put up the Christmas tree, the old timey ones where you had to put all those little prawns in there and they'd be bent, so you had to like bend them, and those horrible ones. And they weren't pre-lit, you had to run your own lights on it. I remember I used to always lay underneath the Christmas tree and look up. If you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy, there's an episode with Izzy, and she's doing that. She's laying underneath the Christmas tree with like her head under the Christmas tree looking up at the lights, and then they all end up laying under there with her doing that. I used to do that as a little girl, and I remember getting behind the Christmas tree and playing, because back then the Christmas trees were pretty high off the ground. You could put gifts under. It seems like the ones nowadays are not. You have to put them on like stands. Anyways, that's one of my memories. My earliest Christmas memories is that. And another one is my mom used to load us kids up into our car, and we would go driving around all over the place. It felt like we were out forever. And we would look at everybody's Christmas lights, and we would judge them on a scale of 1 to 10 on how hard they tried and or how much we liked them. And those are two Christmas memories I love from my childhood and that I've carried over into my children's childhoods. So sometimes we lay with our heads under the Christmas tree and look up just to see all the lights through the tree. It's just a magical thing. It's even better if your tree's flocked because it looks real. I miss my flock tree. I used to have a flock tree and I got rid of it. Mostly because Jesse broke the bottom half of it when he was like 2. And then we got a green tree, and now our green tree's leaning really bad. It's a secondhand tree, so I'm hoping next year we can buy a new tree that has pre-lit. I want the bulbs that has their little remote where you can change it all different ways. Anyways, sidetrack. So I carried that over, and I also carried over us going and judging Christmas lights. We actually did it the other night, and we went through a neighborhood that's like really old, fancy big houses. It's in an old part of a town next to us that's it's kind of like it's like old money people. The big fancy houses, $1 million homes. And a lot of them were decorated, and they were decorated like professionally. You could tell when a family did it or when like a professional did it. And they were so beautiful. I tried to take a clip of it. If I can insert it, I will. I'll try to slow it down a little bit too because we were driving. But because they also have lights on their house, the way people have like lights shining on their house for protection, for robberies or whatever. So it's kind of hard to see on camera. You could see it in person. It was just gorgeous. If there's a place where we could park and walk on the sidewalk, I would love to do that and get better clips of these houses because they're just beautiful. And it's on these big, beautiful old houses, and it looks so pretty. But I would try to insert that in here. But every year, ever since me and Devin first got together in 2013, we have went to look at Christmas lights. There's a place here called Hidden Hollow. It's like I guess it's kind of like a park, but it's more like like you would rent it to do family reunions and stuff. My family actually did, always growing up. We had our reunions and stuff there. But during Christmas time, usually the Friday, or maybe it's Thanksgiving night. It's either Thanksgiving night or the Friday after Thanksgiving. They open through New Year's. And it's a drive-through thing. You can drive through and see all these beautiful lights displays, or you can park, and they have like a concessions area and walk around. And me and Devin's been there every single year. We've been together except one. I think it was 2020. No, I went when I was pregnant. It was 2020. We went there. We just drove through. Maybe in 2019. Or it wasn't last year. 2018, 2019. One year, I remember my mother-in-law, she had 2 jobs that year. And they could never go, and we usually all go together as a group. And we just kept putting it off, and then we ran out of time. But other than that one year, we went every single year. 2020, we just drove it, and we didn't get out. My Mostly because it was ridiculously packed. Because, you know, there was nothing going on that year for people to do except to drive through things. So we had to wait in line for like 2 hours. It was crazy. But it was still fun. And we still did it. And then there's also another town called Lebanon here in Tennessee. I know some of my viewers have family members that live there because I've had a conversation with them about it. They have one that's called the Dancing Lights. And it's a big drive-through light exhibit where it's with music, and it's just so cool. If you watch any of my vlogmases for the last probably 4 years, you would have seen it because we go every year since we started going. I think 2019. Maybe we went there that year instead of the other one. Anyways, but we love it. And then there's a couple farms around here that have their own little, you know, it's not nearly as big as those other two, but it's just, they decorate real pretty and they let you drive through their farm. We do that. I know there's one called Lazy G Ranch. And I think there's some others, but anyways, and then we just drive around the streets. And, you know, after you live for a while somewhere, you kind of get an idea who decorates and who doesn't. So you can drive through, and sometimes we print out, sometimes our city offers it, and you can just print it off from like the city Facebook page. Or I'll just go on Pinterest and find one, and it'll be a Christmas light bingo card. So it'll be like Snoopy, or it'll say a nativity scene, or a wreath that is made out of Christmas lights, or, you know, some of them are crazy, like a pig with wings, like a flying pig, but they're right there. And it's just so fun. We love to drive around and use our little bingo card and try to get a bingo. And then we actually try to find all of them, not just a bingo. But it's just a lot of fun, and I love that I got to bring a lot of those memories from my childhood into my kids' childhood, and hopefully in the future, if they have kids, they can continue it, you know. And so let's talk about this. Oh, also, the first place I talked about, Hidden Hollow, me and Devin actually got engaged there. And I remember we got engaged in front of a big light that looked like a helicopter and had Santa in it. They don't have that light anymore. They had it for a few years, and then I guess they got rid of it. I know they like revamped their lights, and they sold a bunch of them. And had I been wealthy, I would have probably bought all the ones they were selling. But we got engaged in front of the helicopter. And the year that I was pregnant with Jesse, we went back and took a picture. Maybe I can try to find some of these pictures. There's no pictures of the engagement because Devin just kind of sprung it on me. Even his family didn't know that it was going to happen, and they were there. The year we got engaged, we took a picture there. The year I was pregnant with Jesse, 2015. 2016, we had him as a baby there. He was, you know, like, how old was he? 7, 8 months old. The year I was pregnant was June, I think. And then I think last year they didn't have the helicopter. But we do have a lot of pictures from there, because it was so special where we got engaged at. But anyways, this headband is so cute, and it was pretty easy. All these light bulbs are made individually, and they're just on a chain, like you chain. It says to chain as much as will go around your head and have enough space to tie a bow. So I do have a bow tied back there at the back of my neck, which was challenging to not get my hair tangled in it. But it is a free pattern by a Crafty Concept. She has a written tutorial on it and also a video tutorial, so I will link both of those down below. But I just made, I think she made 14, and I just made 2, 4, 6, 8. I made 10 because I just made 2 of each color that I wanted to, but she made 14 of them. And you could probably even make more and make it like a big headpiece, you know, like coming down the sides. But I think this is so cute. And I might end up wearing this to some of our light things. I think it'd be fun and festive. But we also go to see an exhibit at this city next to us, History Museum. They set up all the, it's not all the businesses, but it's like all the nonprofit organizations in the town set up Christmas trees about their charities and stuff. And again, if you've watched my past vlogmases, you probably would have seen that because we've went ever since 2018, we've went every year, I think, except 2020. I don't think they did it that year. But 2018 was the first year we went. It's when Jessie was 2. I remember that. But we go every year, just look at the trees, and it's just cool to see all the different decorated trees. We went once to one in Gatlinburg, too. That was 2019. That was really fun, too. We didn't even know that was happening. We were already there. It was the week of Thanksgiving. We were there for like 3 nights, I think, after Thanksgiving. And it just happened to be at the convention center that was really close to our hotel. So we just went. It was free, so we went to it. So that was a lot of fun. But I love this pattern. It was pretty easy. You start down here with this green part, and then you build it up to the color, and it closes up here. And I mean, I made this in like one day, just working on it throughout the day in between being a mom. And I think it's so cute. Now, there's a sweater that came out this year. The sun just got really bright. That I really want to make. I can't remember who it's by, but I will link it down below, and I'll pop up a picture if I can remember. and it's a green sweater, and it looks like Christmas lights on it. I want to make that so bad, but I don't have enough of a green to make as the sweater, the base of the sweater. I would need a lot of it because I'm a hefty person. But maybe next year I will try to get enough of like a Christmas tree green and then make that, because I saw that and I was like, I have to make that. It's so cute. So I did already save the pattern, but I will link that below too, so you can check it out. And then I got another pattern I'm going to talk about. These are Christmas lights that I made in a garland. Originally I made one for my sister that was the size of like a regular doorway, because she has a doorway leading from her living room into her kitchen, and she wanted to hang one there. So I made her one to put there, and then I made me a double size one, because I have a double size doorway into my kitchen from my living room, like a French door but without the doors, you know. So I made me a double size one to put there, and I'm going to insert a video clip that I took of that and the other lights that's in my living room. And my Christmas tree looks funny because all the ornaments are in the top part because of June. She keeps pulling them off. So we've slowly migrated them all up to the top of the tree. And that doesn't help the leaning problem. I'm really afraid it might fall. I told Devin if it falls, we're buying a new tree this year. It hasn't fallen yet. But, and then I ended up making my sister another one that I think was double, because she wanted to hang it on her, I think her, where her TV's mounted on the wall, she wanted to hang it there. So anyways, I'm going to link that down below. I've shared this many times. The first one I made, I think, was in 2017, and I've been making them ever since. I also made another strand for someone else, but I don't remember who that was. I think it was one of my commenters, you know, viewers, whatever you call them. One of my yarny friends. I think they wanted one, and I just had the time, so I made them one. But it is a free Ravelry download, like a PDF download. You have to have a Ravelry account to get it, but it is free, by Jean Herman, and I will link that down below too. And I've been using that. I have it printed. I only print patterns that I think I'm going to use more than once, because I don't want to waste paper just printing a pattern I'm just going to make once and then toss. So I have a binder that I keep patterns that I use multiple times, like the bee or like the octopus pattern that everybody makes, things like that. And that Christmas light one is in there because I love that pattern and it's perfect. The only difference is I think she uses smaller yarn and hook. I use worsted weight yarn, and I think I used an F hook, which is 3.75, but I might have also used a G 4mm, because I wanted my light bulbs to be bigger, because I wanted to look more like the old antique ones. This is actually a good size too, but the ones on my garland are bigger than these. They're like twice the size of these, and I love it. Every year I pull that garland out, and it just makes me happy. So I do hang it up, and then I hang real Christmas lights over it, and it's just cute. I just love it. But by now you would have seen it, because I would have inserted a clip of it. But yeah, so that is my nostalgic Christmas video this week. I feel like, is next week the last week in November? It is like the full week, because Thanksgiving is next Thursday. So there's like another, I'll probably have another couple videos come out. I already know what the next one's going to be about. I just have to make the project for it, because I haven't done that yet. But I know exactly what I'm going to make. And I was going to share recipes, but I haven't ended up making anything yet. There's a couple that I want to make, so maybe I'll share those in the next couple videos. I'm going to try to do 2 more of these Christmas videos. But maybe there'll be more, maybe there'll be less. It depends on how much time I have. But I will leave all these light patterns linked below. Let me know if you have any family traditions or anything like that that involves Christmas lights, and I'd love to hear it. There is another Christmas light exhibit up in Kentucky that I've always wanted to do. I think it's called like, I can't remember what it's called. But it's in an old mining cave in Louisville, and it's something like Lights Under Louisville or something like that. We were going to go last year, but June was so little, and she hates being in the car. Even now, she hates being in the car. I didn't want to do the drive, because it's like a 3-hour drive up there, and then being there, and then a 3-hour drive back. So we skipped out of doing it last year. We probably won't do it this year either, but maybe next year she'll be old enough to, you know, be able to be occupied in the car by toys and stuff. But now she just pretty much complains the whole time. But let me know if you've done that. And I know some people, I've talked to other people over the years that's done the Lebanon, the dancing lights in Lebanon or whatever. So it's just fun to see what we've all been at. You know, we could have been at things together without even knowing it. But let me know if you got any cool traditions that involve Christmas lights. Or let me know if you're a multicolor light person or a white light person. Not that there's anything wrong with either of them. It's just I have a multicolor light personality. And I do like a white Christmas tree with blue lights on it though. I used to do that a lot when I was a teenager and I had my own tree. But I just love the multicolors. It's so bright and pretty, and I just love them. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, and I will see you guys in the video. Bye guys.